Well, sir, yes, I'm terribly sorry for once again standing before you on charges of misconduct. But, you know, in my defence, sir, I'd just like to say that I was acting in the most honourable manner I possibly could. In that one of my crewmen, who's, you know, a member of the hierarchy, he got himself into a little bit of an unfortunate incident with a very large Klingon. And me being the honourable person that I am, I took up the challenge on his behalf, sir. And yes, and contacted the rather large Klingon gentleman who, you know, wouldn't take no for an answer, and yes, he wanted trial by combat. I was, you know, in the process of trying to explain the rules, the Federation rules of combat, and he wasn't having any of it, sir. He just said, no, we're not having any of that rubbish. Federation rules, you know, there's no holds barred. This is a no rules, you know, combat situation. So I've been to his location, sir, and yes, he turned up with a very large bat'leth, I have to say. It was quite a formidable weapon, you know, very sharp, pointy bits on it and everything. Could have done yourself a really nasty mischief if you'd have caught yourself on it. Anyhow, as there was no rules, you know, I turned up with a phaser, and as the combat commenced, I phasered him a couple of times, well, around 15 times, well, maybe 22 times I phasered him, and before I overcame him. I mean, after all, he said there was no rules, so yeah, so, you know, he brought a bat'leth, I brought a phaser. So, yeah, sorry, so that wasn't funny, was it? Anyhow, you know, the incident seemed to have gone on, you know, without an incident, so to speak, apart from Klingon having a few phaser burns, and it deteriorated somewhat when he fell into a crowd of other Klingons, and a rather serious fight ensued, if I may say so. And it's very dangerous, these bat'leths, and a couple of Klingons had some limbs, you know, severed. I'm sure the doctor can sort them out. I myself was seriously injured. You know, I pulled a knee ligament, defending myself. It's rather serious ligament, actually. It really does hurt. And yeah, so anyhow, as far as the Klingons was concerned, when everything calmed down and people had arms and legs sewn back on, the incident was forgotten. Unfortunately, I was brought before you on charges of gross misconduct, sir, but I was doing it in the, you know, most honourable reasons for my crew member. So that's all I have to say on that matter, sir. Yes, I'm sorry, sir, that you're disappointed in my actions. Right, sir. Okay, I understand. Get out, as in leave, as in go away. Will I be hearing about this matter later? Right. Okay, sir. I await your I await your report. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Well, there we are again. In bother again, I am. Yes, thank you to Mr. Potato Head for getting me into that fracas. But anyhow, we'll have to await the Admiral's ruling on this matter. In the meantime, I'll be beaming back up to the Appalachia Blockade runner Escort T6-X, and we'll be doing a bit of a review on that. So I'll see you just after this. And greetings everybody, and welcome to another JeSter Reviews. And today I'd like to bring you the Appalachia Blockade runner Escort T6-X. Now I have to say that I'm not really a fan of this ship. I know that's a rather controversial thing to say, because I do know that some people have been crying out for this ship for some time, but yeah, it doesn't really rock my boat, to be perfectly honest with you. But you know, I've decided I'm going to give it a good shake of the stick, so to speak. Now there are another skin to this ship which we can use, and I'll go now to the ship tailor and let you see those different types of skins which are available. Indeed, also we have the steam runner as well, so I'll let you have a look at them. So as you can see, we have a couple of skins here. We have the Appalachia skin. I quite like this one, actually. I do quite like the look of this one. And then we have the steam runner. Yes, not so keen on that one. Yeah, I don't really like that one. Yeah, the Appalachia, that's a bit bright, isn't it? I think I prefer the Type 0 look. But there are quite a lot of other variations. Let's have a quick look at them. Yeah, that's not too bad, is it? Yeah, there we go. That's another one. Yeah, this has got a bit of a look to it, hasn't it? Quite like that one, actually. I'm not a fan of the design, as I've said earlier, but it may grow on me. May grow on me a little bit. Oh, that's a little too bright. We don't like that one. Yeah. Yeah, that's not bad. I like that one. And Type 8B. There's a bit of a Ferrari look to it, doesn't it, this ship at the front? Is it? Maybe you're thinking the nacelles bulk, sorry, the Bussard collectors look a little bit like car headlights to me, but yeah, it's a little bit too bright, isn't it? Yeah, not keen on that one either. Yeah, again, a little bit sovereign. 7A. Type 8. Yes, I think we're going back on ourselves now, aren't we? Intrepid. Yes, we've done these. Right, let's go back to my Type 0. Right, so there's quite a lot of variation here. I am rather disappointed that it doesn't have its own bridge. So, it comes with the origin bridge, sorry. I think I put the Blaze bridge on it. Yeah, that's the bridge I've put on it. It's just a shame, really, because I would have thought, you know, for the cost of this ship, they could have at least put it a decent bridge on. But anyway, mine's not to reason why. Obviously, there's some sort of cost implications and in designing bridges or manpower or whatever it may be. But right, okay, let's go back outside and let's see how she performs, shall we? So here we are, back in orbit, and yeah, as you can see, there is quite a lot of variations for this Escort. And what we'll do now is I'll just briefly show you the bundle that I purchased, because I didn't actually get the other versions of the ships that were available, the T5s. I just went for the T6 because yeah, I just thought I'd give this a try. As I say, I wasn't keen on the design, but anyhow, there we go. Right, so let's have a look at the bundle. So here is the bundle, which is currently on sale for 3,250 Zen. I didn't purchase this bundle, actually. I just purchased the T6 Appalachia Blockade Runner Escort on its own. I think it was just 2,000 Zen and change, I think. So Anyhow, if you purchase this bundle, you get a T6 Appalachia Blockade Runner Escort, you get a T5 Blockade Runner Escort Retrofit, a T1 Blockade Runner Escort, 2 experimental ship upgrade tokens, and 1 ship upgrade token T5U. I certainly don't think it's worth 5,000 Zen currently. Yeah, you could argue that it is worth 3,250 Zen because you've got the other ships and the upgrade token. But for me, I just weren't keen on the other ships and the expense, to be honest with you. But that's my personal view. So I just went for the T6 variant. But there she is. She's currently on sale. Sale ends as of today, 5 days, 5 hours, 41 minutes and 27 seconds, or 26, 25, 20, anyway, end that there. So many seconds. Okay, so this is a 4 weapons to the front, 3 weapons to the rear build. I'm running the phaser quad cannons, which is available from the Sao Paulo Tactical Escort refit, which is a tier 4 ship. And you can purchase that for 150,000 dill. Zil? I nearly said zil, but it's dill. Or you can purchase it from the Legendary Defiant, which is available for 30,000 Zen. And that was the 10th anniversary bundle. As I say, I would like the Legendary Defiant, but I'm not paying 30,000 Zen for it. But anyhow, it may come up as a single ship later on. It may not, but who knows. Anyhow, moving on. We have 2 Pulse Phaser Dual Heavy Cannons, and we have the Terran Task Force Phaser Dual Heavy Cannons, which is one of the most powerful cannons in the game. And you can acquire that through your Terran Task Force Reputations tab. In the rear, we have the Heavy Biomolecular Phaser Turret, which is also from the Reputations tab. I think it's species 8472. Counter Command. There it is. There we go. And then in the middle, I'm running the Dark Matter Quantum Torpedo, part of a 2-piece set with the Tactical Loggers Custom Fire Control controls. And that is from your Discovery Reputations tab as well. So I'm only running the 2-piece set in this instance. And finally, we have a Pulse Phaser Turret. Deflector, Impulse, Warp and Shields. Deflector Array, which is the Elite Fleet Intervention Protomatter Deflector Array, I should say. That's available from your fleet colony. Impulse Engine, which is the prevailing innovated impulse engines, which is part of the competitive reputations tab. The warp and shields are from the discovery reputations tab. Experimental weapons, we have the experimental hull spike battery. Yes, gives us 1,696.6 kinetic damage and ignores shields. I'm not too sure about that. I have used it a few times. It doesn't seem to rock my boat, so to speak. But yeah, jury's still out on that one. Moving on to the engineering consoles, we have the good old-fashioned Trillium D plating, which is actually free and obtained from, I think it's Ragnarok. Let's just have a quick look at that. Future proof. Ragnarok. There it is. Really good piece of kit that, and it's free. We then have the Bioneural Infusion Circuits, which is giving us 29.5 Starship hull capacity, 29.5 Starship control expertise, and 26.2 critical severity. Universal Assimilated Module, 0.2 critical chance, 12.1 critical severity, plus 5 weapons power, and that's from your Reputations tab. It's the Task Force, I think. Sure it's task force. I think it's task force. He says, there it is. The task force Omega reputations tab. And then we have the Universal Domino, which unless you took part in the event to get the Bajoran Interceptor, you might struggle to get that. Actually, no you won't, because I think you can actually pick the Bajoran Interceptor up now on a Phoenix lockbox. So if you do get a chance to get that, it's well worth it for this console. Gives you a put my teeth in, 15% phaser damage and a plus 20 accuracy rating. Science consoles, I've put the Universal Dynamic Power Redistributor module in there. The Tachyokinetic Converter, which is a lobby item. Moving on to the tactical consoles. We have the Universal Tricobalt Tier Launcher, which gives us a 19% mine and torpedo damage and a 47.5 Starship Shield penetration. Now we have a really good clicky, which I really do like. This is the Universal Protomatter Field Projector, which I got from the Lucari Lo Kun ship, which I acquired through a Phoenix Ultra token. Yeah, was it an Ultra or was it an Epic? It was an Epic. It was an Epic token actually. Really good clicky. I've used this a few times. Really do like it. Highly recommend it. So if you do get a chance of picking this ship up, it's really a really good idea for the console. Moving on, I've got the Universal Weapons Sensor Enhancer for the plus 42 accuracy rating and plus 42 Starship Shield abrasive hull plating, and that's a lobby item. I've also got the Universal Bounty Hunter's Friend, which gives us a plus 39.4 energy damage resistance rating and a 29.5 Starship Shield restoration and minus 10% weapons power cost. This is also a lobby item. And finally, we have another lobby item, which is the Ultimate Modified Swarm Processor, which again I really do like because it gives me a 3.9% critical chance and a plus 35 accuracy rating. Moving on to the Masteries, Tier 1, increased accuracy, plus 5 accuracy rating. Tier 2, we have plus 5 defense rating, increased defenses. Tier 3, we have a 10% kinetic and energy damage rating. Tier 4, we have increased critical chance, 2.5%. And then we have the trait at Tier 5. We have piercing projectiles. On torpedo or mine firing modes for 15 seconds, you get a 200 Starship Shield penetration. Improved shield penetration for Starship weapons. You also get a 200 Starship hull penetration. And improves hull penetration for Starship weapons. Stations. We have a Lieutenant Universal Intelligence Station. We have a Commander Tactical Station. We have a Lieutenant Commander Command Station. We have a Lieutenant Commander Engineering Station. And we have an Ensign Science Station. Now looking at the stats very quickly, 103,059 for the hull. The shields, 18,947, that's pretty healthy. Resistance ratings, mid 45s for most of them, apart from radiation resist, which is 32.3. Accuracy rating, 134. Critical chance, 39.4%. Critical severity, 177.2. Right. So, we've seen the skins. I'm not going to bother with looking around inside the ship because obviously I'm quite disappointed that it didn't come with a bridge. Actually, you would think if people are prepared to pay Zen for a ship, that Cryptic would supply them with a reasonable bridge for that ship, but in this case they didn't, so never mind. Right, so let's now take her into battle and see how she performs, shall we? So here we are in the Japori sector. Let's see how we do, shall we? Wow, well, we certainly owned that one, didn't we? Well, she's extremely manoeuvrable, I'll give her that. Wow, just disintegrated, didn't it? Yep, these enemies are not going to last long at this rate. I must admit I did experiment with a torpedo build on this ship, but I didn't have much success with it, to be honest. But I'm not very good at torpedo builds anyway at the best of times. But wow, I do like my cannon builds, to be honest with you. There we go. Let's get this chap the bad news. Keen on that, was it? Right, let's proceed. She certainly has the speed to keep her out of trouble, doesn't she? But she's an escort, after all, and that's what escorts do. Someone else here having a problem with us. There we go, we have another batch of Nausicans to dispatch. Let's see. Should have had cannon scatter volley on here, shouldn't I? Let's do that. Good news. Yeah, it's a shame I've forgotten to put cannon scatter volley on here, because I would have liked to have shown you that. There we go. Well, she certainly gave a good account of herself there, didn't she? Yeah, very pleased with her. Very pleased with her. I say, still not keen on the shape, on the design, but I'm sure it will grow on me. As I say, I am rather biased because I do like traditional looking Star Trek ships, but never mind. We'll see how we go. See if she grows on me, shall we? Well, if you've enjoyed that review, please don't forget to do the subscribe thing. Just hit that button for me to catch further reviews, and yeah, a like could go down well. That always brings a smile to my face. And, well, until next time, I'll see you out there. This is JeSter, signing off. I'm sorry, number one, what was that? You have a message from Admiral Quinn? What's going on there? He wants me to report to Section 31 immediately as part of my reprimand. Oh, well, that seems pretty reasonable. I wonder what's that? He's sending me on a secret mission named Certain Death.